G'day everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'll be going through my round 20 AFL tips and predictions. Now obviously, as you can see, I am in a different setup. I'm still in Perth filming this in the UCAT household. He's behind the camera. He'll do a few of his tips as well, so you can tune into that throughout the video. But of course, in this video, I'll be going through my round 20 AFL tips and of course reviewing round 19's tips. Alrighty, so we're going to review round 19, and it was a much better score for me. I got 7 out of 9 compared to round 18, which I got 3, although considering there weren't many upsets, I still didn't really do too much better than a lot of the other people. I was only in the top 48%. And I was pretty lucky with the first game. I forgot to tip it by a minute, and it was a draw, so I got the tip right anyways. Tipped the Hawks to beat North pretty comfortably. That happened. Sydney to beat Adelaide. Geelong to beat Port. Brisbane to beat Gold Coast in a pretty good game of footy that was. And then the D's, they got the, well, they didn't get the job done. Obviously, the Dogs got up in the upset, one of the games of the round. We had a few good games this round, though. And then Carlton obviously beat the Giants. I went the Bombers, and they probably should have won, honestly. The Pies just found a way like they always do. They got the win. And, of course, the Saints got the job done against the Eagles. So 7 out of 9, not bad at all as we go through to the big calls. And, again, unfortunately, couldn't get the job done with the 3, only got the 2. And they're both on the Saturday night games. The first one in the Brisbane Gold Coast game, I predicted the Suns to be up at halftime. And I also predicted in the Bulldogs Melbourne game for the Dogs to win the free kick out by 9 or more. So, obviously, we'll have to go through the punishments. So, you got the most likes. And by far, the one with the most likes was AFL Legend. And that was to wear like a hat, scarf, team colours to for a side that isn't playing in a game. And that got 128 likes, so by far the most likes. The second most was just the 19 with Colin Plays, and that was to scream to my seats next time I go to a game, or at a game I go to this year. And then the third most likes that I thought was appropriate was from AFL Fan. And that was send a message to Sammy GFC asking him to meet you somewhere, and just don't meet him there. He's acting as if though I don't already do that. So
quickly chime in and say I really hope it's the last one.
that'd be funny. Alright, anyways, we'll spin the wheel to see what punishment it lands on. And we've got... Oh my god, it's... Well, Sammy's just not going to know what the event is. Something will happen and Sammy's going to get bamboozled as a result of it. To be fair though, it's a bit unlucky that AFL Legends one with the most likes didn't get picked, but that's why the wheel is here. You know, adding extra drama. So with all that out of the way, we'll go straight into the round 20 tips. And what a beauty to start off the night. We've got what a beauty to start off the round. We've got the Dockers taking on the D's at the Optus Stadium. The Dockers, they were pretty disappointing on the weekend on Friday against the Tigers. I mean, both sides were disappointing. They really, I don't know, it was a good close game of footy, but the skills, yeah, the skills weren't really there. And yeah, I feel like a draw was probably a fitting result. The both sides probably didn't deserve to win the game, and the D's, yeah, they were disappointing to lose that one against the Dogs. Many people expect them to win that, but they just weren't good enough in the end. And they were in front for most of it, but the Dogs just pegged back the margin ever so slightly over the course of the game and got the win. So two sides that desperately want to get a win to solidify their spot in the top 4, because whoever loses this, both sides have got a pretty tough fixture. So top 4 spots are definitely in jeopardy. I feel like because it's at Optus, you probably lean on the Dockers. They've just been slightly better form-wise, and they got the job done at the G against the Ds. I reckon they get the job done again at the at Optus this time, and I'm going to go the Dockers win this by 14. UCAT?
Purely because it's at home, I'm going to go the Dockers by 7 in a thriller.
Alright, so we're going on a similar page there, and my big call for this game will be that the crowd is 50,000 or more, which would be a record for the year for the Dockers. We head to the Saturday games, and the first of them is between the Pies and the Power at the MCG. The Pies just continue their winning ways with 9 in a row now, and all of the wins seem to be thrillers. I think 7 of their 9 wins that they've had, of their last 9 wins, have all been by under 12 points, which is remarkable. I can't believe they've just managed to continuously get it done. Yeah, last week was no exception. They won it in the closest way possible after the sign. Jamie Elliott. Didn't watch really most of the game. I saw they were up by 37 at quarter time, but the Bombers gradually got back into the game, then took the lead, and the Pies stole it back from them at the very last moment of the game. And then the Power, I thought they were gallant in defeat. I didn't think they were too bad against the Cats, but that first half probably cost them. They were down by 35, and it's sort of been the story of their season, hoping to catch up. They've done it in a few games already against the Blues and the Dockers, and obviously the start of the season, they have to catch up, losing the first 5, and they were just not quite there at the end. The Cats were just a bit too classy, a bit too strong. But I didn't think the Power were too bad, and I do think this is a winnable game for them to keep their slim finals hopes alive. But I feel like it's almost a given that the Pies win every game in a thriller on every given week. So because of that, I'm going to go the Pies in another classic. Pies to win it in a close one by 9 points.
I'll go the Pies by 8.
These both of us think alike there, and fair enough with what the Pies have been doing as of late to win 10 in a row. And my big call is that the Pies kick 5 goals in a row at any stage of the game. The next game on the Saturday, similar time slot, 2:10 this is, and this is between the Swans and the Giants at the SCG, the second battle of the bridge clash, and a bit of an underwhelming one, definitely compared to the previous game on the Saturday. Yeah, I don't think the Giants stand too much of a chance with the way both sides have been going this season. The Swans, they're set to definitely make finals and potentially a top 4 spot with their last 4 games. They've got a very nice fixture ahead of them, and they continue their winning ways. I think they've won 4 of the last 5, and obviously beat the Crows quite convincingly. But the damage was done at quarter time. They sort of put the foot off the gas a little bit after quarter time, but they didn't really need to do too much. And the Giants continue their disappointing season. The end of the season can't come quicker for the Giants, unfortunately. Another loss to the Blues this time, and then just not really showing many signs. Look, I feel like this is one of the games, or one of the clashes where any side on any given day, no matter where they're on the ladder, could beat any of the other sides. But I feel like the Swans, they're going to be too good. I'm not tipping the Giants for this season. They've given me no reason to tip them. So the Swans for mine by 35.
Swans by 15.
And my big call for this game will be that Lance Franklin kicks 5 or more goals. The next game we've got the Saturday twilight. This is between the Saints and the Hawks at Marvel Stadium. Very important game, particularly for the Saints, to keep our finals chances alive. This is the easiest of our next 4 games, so it's a must-win. We have to beat the Hawks, and we were right against the Eagles. We weren't at our best, and at times I felt like the Eagles are the better side and we're going to win the game, but we proved to be the better side after the in the last quarter. We kicked 4 of the last 5 to win the game by 28, which is good to see. The Hawks, they're on a bit of a winning streak, 3 in a row. I know they have been playing against the poorer sides in Adelaide North and the Eagles, but regardless, they're getting the wins, which helps them with their confidence. They're not going to make the finals, obviously, but you never know. They're definitely a chance in this one, but I just feel like the Saints, we sort of know what's on the line. We're back to our winning ways, and we match up very well against the Hawks. We've won our last 4. The last 2 have been both by 69 points, so I think the Saints theoretically should win this game, and I think we'll win it by a decent amount. I'm going to go the Saints win it by 28, hopefully.
I'm going to go the Saints by 40.
Big call for this game will be that the Saints kick 7+ goals in any quarter. Would be huge. Next game of the round, we've got the Cats taking on the Dogs at GMHBA Stadium. The odds, not too bad for the Dogs, I feel like, particularly considering the Cats have just been so dominant at GMHBA. I think it's clear-cut now that the Cats are the premiership favourites and the best side in the competition at the moment. 9 wins in a row, but Pies have also had 9 in a row. They've been a lot more convincing the way the Cats have been getting their wins. And the Power were no easy beats on the weekend. The Cats really had to grind that one out, but their class and experience proved to be too good. I think Tom Atkins had a really good last quarter, according to a few Cats fans. And the Dogs, well, they also had a really good game as well to keep their finals chances alive. Not necessarily a must-win, but sort of a must-win. It was just a huge win because not many thought they were going to get the job done against the D's in that upset, but they found a way in a high-scoring thriller. They just kept on coming after trailing early. Jamari Ugle-Hagan, 5 goals, rising star nom as well. He's set for potentially another good game. Still feel like the Dogs could still get dumped in this one. It's either going to be a close one or the Cats smash, because the Dogs can be vulnerable in these sort of games. So I feel like the Cats win this one by, I'll go for 30 points.
Cats by 29 points.
Very similar, me and you, Cat, there. And I'm going to go for my big call that the Dogs kick the first 2 goals of the game. The last game on the Saturday, we've got the Crows take on the Blues at Adelaide Oval. Now, I tell you what, even though the Blues, their last 4 games are pretty tough, and this is, you'd say, their easiest matchup of the lot, I'd almost say that, I think this is a danger game for the Blues. They're no certainty yet of making the top 8. I think just one more win secures them that 8th spot, but I think this is a danger game for the Blues. I mean, they were good on the weekend. They just did what they needed to against the Giants. Got a pretty easy 6-goal win. Whilst the Crows, apart from the first quarter, I thought they were okay. They kept on trying. They didn't give up. Berry and Laird were very, very good again, just like they were the week before. I do give the Crows a sniff here, because the Crows are a side that they can pinch these games. They were all up for it against the Pies at the Adelaide Oval. They're definitely no easy beats at the Adelaide Oval. And I just feel like the Blues, I don't know, they don't really match up very well at the Adelaide Oval. Might be a bit upset. I did go for the same tip in the my predicting the final 5 rounds video, but I'm going to the Crows here in a bit of an upset. I'm going to go the Crows. I feel like I can get it done in an upset by 13 points.
Yeah, I'm the exact same. I backed the Crows last week against the Pies, and I was very, very close. I'm going to do it against the Blues because I can just pinch these random wins out of nowhere. Crows by 2.
Well, there you go. Look away, Blues fans. You are probably not going to be happy with these predictions right there. But yeah, Crows for both of us. A big call. The Crows record 80 or more tackles as the heaviest tackle side in the competition. We're heading to the Sunday games, and the first of them being between the Suns and the Eagles at Metricon Stadium. The Suns, I didn't think they were too bad against the Lions. I didn't really watch the game, but as I mentioned earlier, they were in front at half-time, and they did take it up to the Lions, but the Lions were just a little bit too good at the end, showed their class and their superiority at the end to win it by 17 points. But it was a good quality contest, pretty high scoring, a good Q clash, one that you want to see. The Eagles as well, I thought they were pretty decent against us at times. In patches, I thought they were the better side. They got a few run of goals in a row. They were in front at stages in the first and second quarter, but the Saints obviously proved their class and that they were simply a better side than the Eagles, and they did run over the top of them in the last quarter. But in this one, I don't really see the Eagles standing too much of a chance, particularly at Metricon. The Suns are a very good side at Metricon. I don't think they're... I don't know. Do they still have a chance of finals? The slimmest chance here. But just like they've done in previous games at the Metricon, the Suns have been able to smash sides like Hawthorn, Adelaide there at home. So I think this will be a similar result. I'm going to go the Suns to win it pretty comfortably by 48.
I do actually think the Eagles have a chance in this one, but Gold Coast by 29.
Yeah, I think the Suns are the safe bet there. And my big call will be that the Suns record 100 before 3/4 time. The next game, we've got Richmond taking on Brisbane at the MCG. This could be, alongside the Dockers and the Ds, one of the games of the round. We've got the Tigers, who honestly should be fighting for a top 4 spot, but are instead fighting for a top 8 spot with 3 terrible dropped games. I mean, last week they had Cumberland's play on. Regardless of that, they should have probably won the game. The week before, 11-22 against North, lose by 2. And the week before, they choke a 40-point lead against the Suns. It's I'd be very frustrated if I was a Richmond fan, that is for sure. And they're losing a couple players, Lynch and Martin going out, I think it was last week. It's not looking good for the Tigers at the moment, but I still feel like this is a very winnable game for them. I almost say it's a must-win. Otherwise, geez, it's going to be tough with their run home. Yeah, I just feel like the reason why I'm going to lean on the Tigers is simply due to the fact that the Lions are really poor at the MCG, and the fact that the Tigers know how important this game is. So as much as I don't really want the Tigers to win this game, I'm going to tip them to win this one by 8 points in a thriller. And you, Cap?
I'll go Brisbane by 12.
And my big call for this one will be that the Lions have a goalless quarter in the game. Anyways, last game of the round, we've got the Bombers taking on North Melbourne. There's really not too much to say about this one. I mean, the Bombers, their last 6 weeks, form-wise, or 7 weeks, has been incredible, honestly. I mean, very unlucky last week to lose against the Pies. They were in very much winnable positions in that last quarter, but yeah, just didn't really have the leadership to get themselves over the line at the end. Heartbreak at the end with the Elliott goal. But yeah, form-wise, they're a finals quality side in the last 6 or 7 weeks, which gives them and their fans a lot of hope leading into next season, to be honest. And the North, they were disappointing against the Hawks. I streamed the game thinking they'd actually challenge and put a good contest up, but unfortunately they really didn't show up in the first quarter, and that's what lost them the game. And they got it done pretty comfortably by 48 points. So because of that, I think the Bombers will be too good. They've been in good form at the moment. I think they'll win this one by 38 points.
I'm going to go with a huge upset here. Not an upset, a huge margin. 116-point win. But they've got not to North Melbourne.
For the Bombers.
I don't really have any reason. I'm going to be a little bit unique. I think
116 points. Even against North, I'm not.
They have the capability to do that.
Well, there you go. Imagine they win by 116. And my big call for this game will be that Shield and Merritt combined for 68 touches. So we'll quickly review the tips. We've got the Dockers, the Pies, the Swans, the Saints, the Cats, the Crows, the Suns, the Tigers, and the Bombers. Funnily enough, with every single game that we've tipped for this round will be the home team, which I can't remember the last time that's ever happened, if it's ever happened. And of course, as we always do before we wrap it up, we'll go through the Carman 22 tipping comp to see who's in the lead. So we'll go through round 9-10. We had 22 people with a perfect score of 9. We got Blakey Boy, Lockie, Bazzy, Paulie, Nick Dacos, Official, Supermelon, Rolls, Macca.
Shout out to Rolls, Macca.
We had a few people with a perfect score of 9. And
you find me.
And
so I'm 96, top 100.
96 for the round. UK wasn't bad. I finished 371st, so not too bad. We'll go through the comp leaders, and I'll let you go through these ones.
Nick Dacos got 10 in round 19. He stays on top with 145. Liam Bolgo 143. Dingo Marino, a poor round 19 with only 6. He's on 142. Ron Marshall's son, Alana Purcell. Winsome's ESPN fan, Aaron Dinella. Doc Rami 07. And Jake Philippi, Sydney Sixers wicketkeeper.
So there you go. That is the round 19 overall ladder. It is getting quite heated. Nick Dacos with a perfect score, though, getting himself a couple spots above, which is what you want to be doing in the business end of the tips, if you call it that. Anyways, guys, those were my tips for round 20. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and you know, leave your tips down below. Subscribe to UCAT, why not? I might as well. Yeah. So if you haven't checked out his content, he makes really good footy videos, so the link will be in the description, of course. But of course, yeah, subscribe if you haven't already to my channel, and I will be back in Melbourne as this video is out, so you know, more content will come out. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Leave a like and all that. I'll see you soon in my next one.